That skill is not ready. Rihanna reinforcement. Barrier. That skill requires a charge to use. And that skill is not ready. Vigor 39. Spawn of the Damned. Vigor 39%. And LT. Spawn of the Damned. Vigor 60%. Valrox. Annihilator. Vigor and Rihanna reinforcement. Chris Sin Eater. That's Hazra Breathtaker. Vigor 70. Soul Burner. Vigor 87. Vigor 0. That skill is not ready. Balrog. Soul Burner. Vigor 99%. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor set bonus. That skill is not ready. Vigor 80. Balrog. Soul. Hazra Shrek. Soul Burner. Vigor 100%. Vigor. That skill is Ward Guardian. Ward Stone. Vigor 0%. Balrog. Soul Burner. Hazra. Ward Stone. Bottom action button. Barrier 4%. And LT, DRD and GT, Behemoth 60, 297. Vigor 60%. Hazra Pulverizer. That Spawn of the Damned. Vigor 30%. Halls of Judgment. Barrier. Vigor 50%. Spawn. And LT. And Rihanna. You are all ready. That skill is not ready. Spawn of the Spawn of the. That skill. Soul. Blocking. Came to the night. Crates. Vigor 41%. That skill is blocking Balrog. Elite. Soul Burner. Hazra Breathtaker. Hazra Trampler. That skill is Nicola 60. 244. Barrier. Balrog. Barrier. Vigor 20. Vigor 40. Vigor 6. Vigor 90. Barrier 7%. Bonus. Hazra Treasury -reward tier 4/4. Vigors. Healing well.
Someone come step on the other pad.
Interact. Barrier 32%. And LT, DRD and GT,
right on.
Behemoth 60, 297. Spawn, you are up. Sin Soul Burner, Balrog, Soul Burner. Vigor 100%. Ward Stone. Vigor 40%. See, you have dispelled a ceiling ward. A barrier has been removed.
A barrier has been removed.
Escape before you're in a barrier. Hazra Pulverizer. So that skill is not ready. Vigor
I gotcha.
Help to revive Mikola. Bottom action button. Hazra. Vigor's. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40. That skill is not. Hazra Breathtaker. Vigor 80. That skill is not ready. Hazra Breathtaker. Barrier 0%. That skill requires a charge. Hazra Pulverizer. Vigor 80. That skill is not ready. Balrog. Vigor 100%. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40%. You have dispelled a ceiling ward. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. Halls of Judgment. Barrier. Find the gateway. Vigor 21%. Mikola 60. Hazra Shredder. Mikola 60. Crates. Vigor 84%. And that skill is Spawn of Soul Burner. Vigor 31%. Mikola 60. 200. That skill is not ready. Spawn of the Damned. That skill is not ready. Deposit realm shards to charge the gateway. Collect realm shards from realm guardians. Soul Burner. Hazra Trampler. Hazra Shredder. The gateway has been charged. Crates. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. Wretched. Annihilator. Sin Eater. Soul Burner. So that skill is not ready. Sin Eater. Vigor 0. Vigor 22%. Vigor 40. Crates. That skill is not ready. Vigor 95%. Fries over. Gateway. Bottom at Realm Guardian. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0. Realm Guardian. Hazra Breathtaker. Vigor 100. That skill is not ready. Hazra Breathtaker. Vigor 5%. That skill requires Bone Warrior. Vigor 25. Vigor 50. Vigor 89. Vigor 1. Bone Warrior. Bone Warrior. Hazra Trap. Bone Warrior Captain. Bone Warrior Captain. Vigor 31%. That skill is not ready. Vigor 60. Vigor 89. Barrier 13%. That skill requires a charge to use. Deposit realm shards to charge the gateway. Collect realm shards from realm guardians. Barrier 39%. You are Mikola 60. 200 and that skill is not ready. Vigor 97%. Hazra Pulverizer. Vigor 0%. The gateway has been charged. Vigor 20. Vigor 50. The gateway has been activated. Vigor 100%. Realm Guardian. That skill is not ready. Vigor 31. Realm Guardian. Elite. That skill is not. Soul Burner. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Hazra Pulverizer. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. That skill requires a crates. Vigor 21%. Thundering has. That's Hazra Shredder. Helper Mikola 60. Hazra Trampler. That skill is not ready. Barrier 0%. Annihilator. Bonus. Hazra Treasury -reward tier 2/4. Ascendant and Apos. S-Gate. Warrior and Appos, S-Mark. Balrog, Crit, and LT, Rihanna Reinforcement. Sin Eater. Soul Burner. Barrier, that skill is Spawn of the Damned. Vigor 100%. Crate. Has regret, Treasury Warden, Elite. Vigor, Barrier, 0%. Soul, Kazra Trampler, Kazra Trampler. Vigor, that skill is not ready. Vigor 34%, Barrier, 3%, Vigor 55%. Bonus, Soul Burner. Slave, Spawn of the Damned, and LT, DR, Spawn of the Damned, that skill is not ready, Vigor 0%. And LT, Soul, Chamber of Ascendancy, Gorshak, that skill is not ready. Soul, that skill is not ready. Vulnerable, Nicholas, that skill is not ready. Vigor 72%. Gateway. Bottom action button. Life 40, that skill is not Nicholas 6, that skill requires a charged, life, Bone Warrior Archer. Barrier, 100%, Bone Warrior. Barrier, 0%. Wardstone. But the fragmented soul of Gorshak has, that's, fragment, Bone, Kazra, the fragmented soul
Got
essence.
the soul of
Bottom action
essence.
button. That's
We're ready.
Warrior. Vigor 45%. Kazra Shredder. Barrier, 18%. Vigor 99%. That skill is not, the gateway has been charged. Life
Ready, open it.
79%. The gateway has been activated. Gorshak, Nicholas 60, 2, Conduit and out, Gorsh, and LT, Nicholas 60, Nicholas Sin Eater. Gorshak has Realm Guardian, Vigor, Realm Guardian, that skill is not ready. Vigor 45%. That skill is not ready. Barrier, 7, that skill, Vigor 0%. Balrog. Barrier, not Gorshak. Vigor 21%. The gateway has Nicholas, Ward, Kazra.
Uh-oh, Behemoth, hopefully you didn't make a mistake jumping on here. I didn't even need you.
Bone Warrior Archer. Barrier, 0%. Bone Warrior Archer. Bone Warrior Archer.
Hopefully they can even open that gate.
Soul Essence. Vigor 4%.
We got the soul essence, you guys.
Vigor 82.
Open that gate.
Vigor 31%. Kazra Shredder. Kazra Shredder.
Hopefully you don't get fucked.
That skill is not ready. Vigor 30%.
Oh, one of them's already down. Oh, come on.
10%. Bone Warrior Archer. Kazra Shredder. That skill. Bone Warrior. Kazra Shredder.
Oh, no, we're trapped in the realm of
64%.
oblivion.
Barrier, 18%. Warning. You are afflicted by impending death. You will die soon. You have died. You will lose 11% durability when you revive at checkpoint. Gateway, Warrior and Appos, S-Mark.
It's gonna have to be the other way, Behemoth.
Join fight in progress. Vigor 0%. You cannot join a boss chain.
Iwu didn't fucking have it.
Nicholas 60, Kazra Breathtaker, Nicholas 60, 200 and Rihanna that skill is not ready. Vigor 100%. That skill is not Nicholas 60. Nicholas 6 Soul Burner. Vigor 40%. Nicholas 6 Soul Nicholas 60. 244.
Alright, I'm going. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Nicholas 60.
Oh, thank God he jumped off. I fucking got on there.
Wardstone. Vigor 100. Ward Guardian. Barrier 0%.
Come on.
Bone Warrior. Barrier 87%. Ward that Kazra Shred Wardstone. Bottom action button. You are that fragmented soul of that's Kazra Shredder Soul Essence.
Okay, I got the soul of essence, you guys.
Barrier 12%. The gateway has been charged. Wall. Wall. Rihanna Reinforcement. Nicholas 60. Nicholas 60. 2. Conduit of Soul. Nicholas 60. The Conduit of Nicholas 60. Nicholas 60. And LT. That skill and LT. Realm Guardian. That skill is not ready. And Nicholas 60. Nicholas 60. Sin Eater. Barrier 0%.
I'll do it, I'll go.
Sin Eater. The gateway had and LT. You have died.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Ward Guardian. Obtain the soul essence from the fragmented soul of Gorshak. Ward Guardian.
I went down as I was on the teleporter. Fuck.
The gateway has been charged.
Someone, don't be stay back, man.
Has been activated.
Iwu or somebody, come on.
Place the soul essence into the conduit.
Revive me.
Nicholas 60. 200 and Nicholas 60. 2. Realm Guardian. Realm Guardian.
Revive me, Behemoth.
Realm Gorshak. The fragmented soul of Gorshak. Nicholas 60. The fragmented
Need
soul of Gorshak.
Oh, you got the soul of essence.
Gorshak. The gateway. Nicholas 60. Sin Eater. That skill requires the gateway. You lose 11% equipment durability.
I can't get to break.
Dark Citadel wing complete. And LT, WK and GT.
Oh, good shit, you guys.
77. Life 100%. Vigor 31%. and LT.
Oh, thank God, you guys.
Left shoulder. Character. Ancient Nexus. Ancient Nexus. Character. Indecipherable. Citadel. Fists of Fate. Ancestral. Mikula 60. Blacksmith and
This
Blacksmith.
is the minion
Blacksmith and
Zagral one.
Example. Mikula Oil. That skill. Chronicles of Ascendancy. You cannot do that in this area. That skill. Lucia
Oh,
and LT.
let's do
UMG. That skill requires the Labyrinth of
the
Souls.
Labyrinth of
Bottom action
Souls.
button. Druids shapeshift when they change into a different form, which can often grant them additional bonuses. Hall of Hexes. Barrier, 93%. Nahantu. Nahantu. Dark. Select difficulty. Stash. Barrier, 54.
We're in the Labyrinth of Souls. We couldn't get to the minion Zagral.
Carver Overseer. Carver. That skill is not red. Crates. Vigor 82%. Carver. Treasury Warden. That skill is Hazra Life. Vigor. Carver Overseer. You are Carver. Hazra Life Drainer. Treasury. Vigor 85%. Soul Shot. Barrier. Vigor 100. Carver. That skill is Carver. Carver. Vigor 6. Vigor 88%. Hazra Champion. Barrier 18%. Find the Astral Gate and LT. Double. Carver. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40% and LT. WK and G. Vigor Z. Carver Shaman. Carver Shaman. Vigor 40%. Barrier 20%. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. That skill is not ready. Barrier. Carver. That skill is not ready. Barrier. Carver. Crates. Vigor 6. Hazra Life Drainer. That skill is not ready. Hazra Champion. Hazra Dissector. Vigor 40%. Hazra Dissector. Vigor 5%. Hazra Reaper. Barrier 8. And that skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. And LT.
I'll jump on the other one.
GT. Behemoth 60. 297. Vigor 21%. That skill requires a charge to use. Find the hall. That skill requires a charge to use. Join that skill. Hall of Flame. Carver. You are all ready. That's Vigor. Barrier 1. That skill is not ready. Carver. Hazra Dissector. Barrier. Vigor 0. Vigor 30. That Carver. Hazra Dissector. That skill is not ready. Hazra Reaper. Barrier and LT. DRD and GT. Behemoth 60. 297. And LT. DRD and GT. Behemoth. Carver Shaman. Hazra Dissector. Rihanna Reinforcement. That skill is not. Hazra Reaper. Hazra Dissector. That skill is not ready. Barrier. Hazra. Carver Overseer. Vigor 90. Vigor 4. Carver. Hazra Reaper. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 100. That skill is not ready. Vigor 61%. That Carver. Hazra Dissector. Barrier. That skill is not ready. Barrier 3%. Vigor 52. Vigor 82%. The eastern barriers have been unlocked. Soul Siphon. And Hazra. Carver Lunatic. Hazra Dissector. That skill is Carver Overseer. Hazra Dissector. That skill is not ready. Hazra Life Drainer. Vigor 91. Barrier 12%. Carver Overseer. Vigor 6. Vigor 91. That skill is not ready. Hazra Reaper. The western barriers have been unlocked. Vigor 0. Hazra Reaper. That's Hazra Reaper. Vigor 4%. Unknown Portal. Bottom action button. Barrier 14%. Ritual and LT. WK. Sigil Stone. Bottom action button. Vigor 49%. Vigor 7. That skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. Hazra Reaper. That skill is not ready. Vigor 45%. First Hexon. First Hazra Soul Weaver. Ritual Sigil. That skill is not. And LT. DRD and GT. Behemoth 60. Path of Purgatory. Life 96%. Find the Hell. And Hazra Life Drainer. Carver. Leon. That skill is not ready. Vigor 98. Bonus. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40. Vigor 6. Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40%. Carver. Vigor 6. That's Carver. Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 92%. That skill requires a charge to use. Carver Shape. Hazard. Carver. Vigor 5%. Carver. Belpaz Evershift. Barrier 17%. Unknown. Nicola 60. 244. And LT. WK and GT. That skill requires a charge to use. Traverse the and L. Nicola 60. 240. Bone Warrior and LT. DRD and G. Bone. That's Bone. Hazra Reap. That skill. Vigor. That skill. Barrier 100%. Crates. Nicola 60. 244. Hazra. You are already at full life. Vigor
Oh, where's
100%.
those
Barrier
platforms at?
81%. Casro Bone Wall Nicola 60.
There's one.
244.
Good shit.
100%. Bone Warrior Bone Dementor Shadow Casro
Pull you up
Reaper.
this way.
Vigor 100%. Barrier 17%. Bone Warrior. Vigor 100%. Bone Warrior. Barrier 20%. You're high. You are up. Bone Warrior. That skill is not ready. Vigor 34%. Barrier 19. Bone Warrior Archer. Vigor 55. That skill is not ready. Casro Reaper. Vigor 31%. Casro Reaper. Casro Reaper. Vigor 100%. Nicola 60. 244. Barrier 17%. Barrier. Vigor 34%. That skill. Bone Warrior Archer. Vigor 81. Casro Reaper. Barrier 100%. Bone. That skill. Casro Reaper. Shattering Casro Dissector. Shattering Casro Dissector. Elite. Vigor 4%. Vigor 42%. Gogger Frostburn. Elite. That skill is not ready. Barrier 100%. Bone Warrior Captain. Vigor 24%. Bone Warrior. Casra Dissector. Casra Life. You are all. That skill is not ready. Vigor. Casra Champion. Vigor 7. Vigor 90. That skill requires a charge to use. Barrier 17%. That skill requires a charge to use. Enter the unknown portal. Bonus. Altar of Immolation. Nicola 60. Find the Gorger and Athos. S Labyrinth. Barrier 100. Nicola 60. 244. Barrier. You are. Vigor. That skill is. Vigor. Great. That skill is not ready. Vigor 40. Vigor 6. Help to revive Nicola.
I'll do it. I'll revive you.
Interact. Barrier 17%. Casrich. That skill is not ready. Barrier 100%. Carver Lunatic. That's Carver Lunatic. Vigor 70. Vigor 90. Barrier 16%. Carver. Casra Life Drake. That's Casra Reaper. Vigor 31%. Casra Dissector. That skill requires a charge to use. Yo dude, can't really chat or watch since I'm at work. Saw you and live. Wanted to say have a great stream and knock them out. Okay, hand open. Barrier. Vigor 60. Vigor 87%. That skill requires a charge to use. The Gorger and Globe. Nicola 60. 2. Carver Loon. Carver. Vigor 31 per. Carver Overseer. And LT. DRD and GT. Behemoth 60. 297. Barrier 21%. Carver Shaman. Slay Barrier Guardians 0/3. Vigor 0%. And LT. WK and GT. In 60. 277. That's the Carver Shaman. Carver. That skill is not Vigor. Carver. Vigor 100%. Barrier 18%. Carver Lunatic. Carver Shaman. Carver Shaman. Soul Shot. That skill is. A barrier has been dispelled. Life 46%. Life's. Carver Overseer. That skill is not ready. Barrier 87%. Barrier 0%. Wards. Warning. You are of unknown portal. Bottom at and Soulbound Wolf. Carver. You are all at Carver. Carver. Vigor 31. Carver. Barrier 26%. That's the.
Oh, I found one, huh?
Barrier. Vigor 39. Vigor 71. A barrier has been dispelled. Barrier 20%. Wards. Unknown portal. Vigor 91%. And up. Carver. And LT. That skill requires a charge. Carver Shaman. That skill. A barrier has been dispelled. Carver. You are all. Carver Shaman. That's the Aimless Soul. Vigor 0%. Carver. That's. You are. Carver Lunatic. Barrier. That skill requires a charge to life. That skill is not ready. Carver Shaman. Life. That skill is not ready. Barrier Guardian. Vigor 0. That's Barrier Guardian. A barrier has been dispelled. Vigor Carver Lunatic. Barrier. Carver Lunatic. Help to revive Behemoth. You will lose 11% equipment durability when you revive at checkpoint.
Fucking spirit bombs. Well, this would be good. The very north one.
Slay lowers you. Dark Citadel wing complete. The Labyrinth of Souls. Wing cleared.
Good shot.
And LT, WK and GT, in 6, you have died. You will lose 11% equipment durability when you revive at checkpoint. And LT, DRD and Sanctum of the Ravenous. Life 100%.
Oh, you're welcome.
The Gorger, that skill required. And LT, Rick Glade. Vigor 31%. Glove. Rune, Vigor 61%. Left shoulder button. Right. Your character and Appos, S attack power is a rough estimate and does not factor in conditional. Ancient Nexus. Left shoulder button. And LT.
Dominion of Zagral.
Boss spawning soon. Dominion of Zagral. Bottom action button. Effect size affixes are capped at 100% increased size. Vestibule of Divinity. Barrier, 100%. And LT, DRD and GT, Behemoth 60, 297. Dominion of Zagral. Find the experimental gateway nexus. Barrier, 0%. Wind Strike, World, Blacksmith and Appos, SN, Oil, Teleport, Ancient, Vestibule of Divinity. Bottom action button. The Spiritborn and Appos, S incarnate skills have a persistent passive effect as well as Vestibule of Divinity. Barrier, 100%. Crates. Dominion of Zagral. Dispel the barrier. Bonus, Hazra Treasury.
I got one more. And then I got
38%.
I got all three of my thing reset. So.
Is not ready. Crates. Carver over.
Oh no.
Skill is not ready. Vigor 100%. Barrier 18%.
All three of these
Enter unknown portals. Slay war. You are up. Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 34%. Barrier 17. Carver over. That Vigor 30. That skill is not ready. Vigor 6. Unknown portal. Barrier 18%. Nicholas Crates. Ward Guardian. And LT. You are all. Vigor 100. Wards. Carver Overseer. Vigor 100%. Carver Overseer. Barrier 20%. Unknown portal. And Ward Guardian. Carver Loop and Carver Overseer and LT. Carver over and LT. That skill is not ready. And LT. WK and Exalted Cloister. Barrier 0%. Rihanna Reinforced. Hazrat and Hazrat. Carver Overseer. Hazrat and LT. And LT. Carver. Hazra Pulverizer. Hazra Shredder. That skill is not ready. Vigor 39. Vigor 100. Scorching. Hazra Breathtaker. Vigor 44. That skill. Hazra Breathtaker. Barrier 100%. Crates. Vigor 26%. Spell Guard and LT. W. Counter Spell Stone. Vigor 0%. Has Crates. Vigor 0%. And LT. W.
Expect that shit, hey bitch.
And LT. W. First. Spell Guardian. You are already. Vigor 87. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 60%. And that has. You are all. That skill is not ready. Barrier 58. Barrier 0%. That first. Black Slain Borshik and Cursed. That skill is not ready. Vigor 64%. Borshik. Counter Spell. That skill is not ready. Counter Spell Stone. Barrier 100%. Borshik is in.
I got it.
0%. Borshik. Vigor 24%. Borshik and LT. DR and LT. And help to revive you. Bottom action button. Interact. Life 78%. Help to revive and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 2, Borshik. Spell Guardian, that skill is not ready. Life 100%. That skill is not and LT, WK and GT, in 60, Carver. Vigor 0%, Vigor 30%. And Blade, Barrier 35%. Exalt and LT, that skill is not Carver, and LT, WK, Carver Lunatic. Vigor 34, Nicholas 6, Hazra Pulverize, that skill is not ready. Nicholas 60, 200 and Crates. Carver. Vigor 24%. Stormy Carver over, that skill is not ready. Treasury, Hazra, that skill is not ready. Vigor, Hazra Trampler. And LT, W, Hazra Shredder. Hazra Shredder. Vigor 30, that skill is not ready. Vigor 96%. Disrupt Zagral and Appos, S Ritual of Ascension. Crate, Hazra, that skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. Barrier 23, Vigor 21%. Carver, that skill is not ready. Carver Shaman, Hazra Trampler. Vigor 100, Hazra Trampler. Carver Overseer. Carver. Barrier 18%. Carver Lunatic. That skill requires a charge to use. Joy Throne of Zagral. And LT, Zagral, help to revive it. Hazra, you are all. Hazra Breathtaker, Hazra Shredder, Hazra Breathtaker. That skill is not ready. Vigor 30%, Hazra Breathtaker, that skill is not. Hazra Shredder, Hazra Trampler. Vigor 64%.
Does anybody else need any other ones, or
Nicholas, that skill,
send us a message, yo. Send me a message. Put on party. So I got all 4 done after this one.
Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 94%. Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 60%. Vigor 90%. Carver Lunatic. 3 honor reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Nicola 60, 244. Nicola 6, Carver. Vigor 30, Carver. Vigor 100%. Carver, Ritual Guardian. Vigor 86, Vigor, Ritual Guardian. Vigors, and LT, DR, Ritual Sigil. Life 92%, Vigor 22%, Vigor 50, Carver.
I got the thing over your head, you gotta go to the one that matches it.
Vigor, Nicola 6, and LT, DRD, Zagral. That skill is not, that skill is not ready. Vigor 0% and LT, WK and GT, in 6 and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 207 and LT, WK and GT, Zagral, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 270 and LT, DRD and GT, Behemoth 60, and LT, DRD and GT, and LT, WK and GT, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 277. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90, Vigor, that skill is not, and LT, Zagral, that skill is, and LT, Vigor 50, and LT, that skill is not ready. Barrier, 100%, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 277. Barrier, 18, and LT, you have, you will lose 11% equipment durability when you arrive at checkpoint. Nicola 60, 244. Slay Zagral and Apos, S Guardian, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 277, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 277. Life 100%, Vigor 100%. Hazra Shredder. That skill is not, Hazra Trampler. Vigor, that skill is not ready. And LT, that skill is not ready. Vigor, Barrier, 7%. And LT, DRD and GT, Behemoth 6, and LT, DRD and GT, Behemoth 60, 209, Carver. That skill is not ready. Vigor 6, Vigor 94%, Very, Carver, that skill is not, Carver. Vigor 60, that skill is not ready. Charge the soul siphons to summon ritual, that skill is, Carver, Vigor 6, Vigor 94%, Carver. Vigor 30%, that's Carver Overseer. Vigor 1, Ritual Guardian. Vigor 30%.
I gotta go to the one that matches that.
Carver. Vigor 50%.
And link your Seagal.
And LT, double, and Carver. You are already, Vigor 85, Hazra Trampler. And LT, WK and GT, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, 277. Barrier, Vigor 70, that skill is, 3 honor reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Barrier, Vigor 6, that skill is, and LT, WK and Spell Guardian. That skill is not ready. Counter Spell Stone.
Oh, I missed, fuck.
That skill, and LT,
Wrong spirit bomb.
GT, in 60, 277. Life 90, Vigor, that skill is not, and out, Hazra Trap, that skill is not ready. Vigor 64%, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, that skill is, and LT, WK and GT, in 60, Spell Guardian. Barrier, 100%. Hazra Trampler. Barrier, Vigor 25%.
Go ahead.
That skill is not ready. Hazra Trampler.
I need to go down like a bitch.
Vigor 60, Vigor 94, that skill is not ready. Vigor 0%. Activate the skeleton, that skill is not ready. Vigor 0, Vigor 50, Vigor, that skill is not ready.
GG's, guys.
50, that skill is not ready. Barrier, 18%. Puller, that skill is not, pet boot, roots, Vigor 25, Dark Citadel, conquered. Completion rewards. Top action button, leave now. Vigor 55%. Citadel cleared. And Sharp Glaive of Intercom. Legend. Ancient Nexus. Barrier 0%. Blacksmith and Apos, S Anvil. And LT Oil. Teleport to Mikola. Bottom action button. Travel Mikola and LT. Teleport to Blacksmith and
Alright, that's it for me, you guys.
Finger rich. Stat and
Does anybody need one? GG's.
GT, left shoulder button.
Alright.
Voice, leave party, find a part, raw hair. And LT, finger wreath of the Citadel.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Citadel,
6, 7.
Citadel Challenger. Chef boots.
There it is. Woohoo!
Ring, scroll, glade, boots, ring, glade. Character, penitent gray, eluding, weekly.
I'll sit all coins. Let's see if I got anything good.
Archon Graves.
Archon Graves.
Exceptional armor of shared misery. Ancestral legendary chest armor. 800 item power. 224 armor. Plus 119 dexter and LT. Sharp protecting exceptional helm. Sovereign Graves of Metamorphosis. Hectic War. Flame Mother and Apos, S. Embrace. Gold Penitent Graves. Ancestor.
No.
And LT, and stat 4 billion ritual quarter stat finger do exceptional and oil blacksmith and apples S anvil salvage all
Oh my
items
god, dude.
and oil arraign 60 and show me
See
your
if I can get
merchandise
anything
Dark
from
Citadel vendor.
her.
Unable to sell items to this vendor.
1,000. That was built up,
Citadel
so
coin.
I'll get there.
Dark Citadel crafting cash.
Panties in a bunch.
Dark Citadel gear cash. Rare Citadel vendor cash.
There
Dark Citadel gear cash purchased.
we go.
1,190 Citadel coin.
See, I get myself some else.
Dark Citadel Bruticus 60, 246, Blade, Pull it, Cow, Glove, Arraigns, Chest Ring, Character, Starving Ravager and Apos, S. Warcraft Ring,
No.
Blacksmith and Apos, S. and LT, and Rock, and you cannot pan, ring, you cannot pull, web, boot, oil, blacksmith and Apos, S. Anvil. Salvage,
no.
and LT, and for fun and G, salvage all item, and character, and LT, and for fun and GT, and 60, and LT, WW, and LT, and LT, WW and GT, and LT, WW and GT, pull 60, Ada 60, 261. Ancient Nexus, waypoint, left shoulder button, Nahantu, Nahan, Ked, stat, Skosklen, waypoint, raw hair. Mystic circles, pestilent swarms, and storm feathers are among several of the subpowers that the spirit. Saragar, Fromage, Gorgora, Rahair, and Ardenal, Rumples, Umo 6, and LT, stat 4 billion ear, fists of fate. Sovereign Mail of Apprehension, ancestral legendary chest. Ritual quarter, unrelent, dual, roof, stick, and LT, bony web, exceptional armor of. And LT, and L5. Purveyor of, and LT, and LT.
This little sickle here, I guess.
Ancestral legendary chest armor, exceptional armor of shared misery.
Nice resolve. Apprehension, alright, here it is. If you didn't know, now you're gonna know.
Aspect of sly steps, aspect of aspect of the crowded sick, aspect of bruiser and jug, raider and aspect of apprehension.
Aspect of apprehension, alright.
Exceptional material cost. Attention, material cost. Imprint
Reprint.
Character, and LT, me and GT, Fromajijabu 60, 200.
Aspects of apprehension.
And sovereign mail of exceptional armor of apprehension. Ancestral legendary, and LT, GT, Froma, Sidus, blacksmith, character, sovereign mail of apprehension.
Resolve and barrier regeneration.
Blacksmith, Sidus.
Alright.
Salvage, blacksmith, Sidus. Tempering.
This one here.
Natural resistance. Spirit
Wait a second.
Legendary. Plus, spirit
resolve stocks.
Spirit worldly endurance. Spirit defensive. Material cost. 40. 15,
Resolve.
2. 1. Temper item. Tempering. Temper.
Max 1 resolve. Okay, that's what I was going for.
Legendary. Natural schemes. Utility. Material cost. 40. 15. 2. 1. Temper item. Temper. Exceptional armor. Utility. Eagle innovation. Natural schemes. Utility. Material cost. 40. 15. 2. 1. Temper item. Temper rerolls. 1. Tempering. Temper.
Alright.
Defensive. Natural resistance. Spirit-born resolve. Defensive.
See if I can upgrade that fucking 1 to a 2. Come on.
2. 1. Temper item. Temper rerolls. 1. Tempering. Temper complete. Moon glow 60. 260.
Ooh.
Except. And character. Exceptional armor of sovereign mail of apprehension. And exceptional armor of apprehension. Sidus. Blacksmith. Blacksmith. Sidus. Tempering. Except. Defense. Natural resistance. Spirit-born resolve. Legendary. Plus 26.5 high. Defensive.
Resolve stock.
Exceptional armor of apprehension. Ancestral legendary chest armor. Moon. Blacksmith. Sidus.
Resolve generated.
Sidus. Tempering. Defense. Natural spirit-born resolve. Legendary. Defensive.
Oh, resolve.
Material cost. 40. 15.
Stocks,
2.
people.
1. Temper item. Temper rerolls. 1. Tempering. Exceptional armor of defensive. Nat and LT. Spiritborn resolve. Defensive. Material cost. 40. 15. 2. 1. Temper item. Temper rerolls. 1. Tempering. Temper complete. An affix has been added.
All right.
+2 maximum result.
That's what I need right there. That's good.
Cited.
That is cool.
Master working.
And then hit this one here.
Next rank. Rank 4 to rank 5. All affixes increase by 5%. Master work item. Material cost. Next rank. Rank 8 to rank 9. All affixes increase by 5%. Master working item.
Oh boy.
Next rank. And LT.
My lucky break or what? Fuck, come on.
71. Master working.
21.3. Regeneration.
And LT. Jeweler.
I go over here. Another socket.
Exceptional armor of sovereign. Except material cost. Material cost.
Alright, I'm pretty sure it's Pock and Q.
Sovereign mail of apprehension. And stashed 4 bill ritual.
Pock.
Yol 10. Cha black 8 full caps.
Find ourselves a Pock one first. Q one.
20.
Q.
Sick. Money. Great time. Theo 60. Vax.
Theo Pock.
Split Watt. Yol. Moon glow. Zan. Sick. Pock 19.
Pock.
Character. Exception. Favorite. Loom. Pock 19. Chest. Pock 18. Low. Q. Chest. Q 9.
Alright, let's go check this thing out over here.
Waypoint. Raw hair.
Come on, Shad.
Upon reaching level 15 as a Spiritborn, you will be able to unlock the Spirit Hall. Kaio Vashad. Vigor 100%. Sovereign. Favorite.
This was actually
spawning. Sovereign Mail of Apprehension. Ancestral Legendary.
1G better.
Power. 224 armor. Plus 109.
I don't know what I had
107-100
to hit on that resolve stack, so I wonder what that means for me.
Priest Guard Boza. That skill is not ready. The training grounds. Bottom action button. Interact. Attacks have a 3% chance to overpower. This chance cannot be passively improved, but the training grounds. Kaio Vashad. Bottom action button. Interact. Training dummy. Raw hair. Vigor Knight. That skill is not. Rihanna reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Vigor 93. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready.
Doesn't look like it upgraded it.
That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90.
I'll hit the boss one.
Elite boss barrier 0%. Boss training dummy. Rihanna. That skill is not ready. Vigor 93. That skill is not ready. Vigor 94%. That skill is not ready. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. Raw hair. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Raw hair. Vigor 93. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 95. That skill is not ready. Vigor 93. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor 60. That skill is not ready. Vigor 93. That skill is not ready. Vigor 93. Vigor.
There was a trillion there.
Vigor 93%. That skill is not ready. That skill is not ready.
8,600 billion.
That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. Vigor 93. That skill is not ready. Vigor 7. That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 94%. Raw hair. Vigor 96. That skill is not raw hair. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 90. That skill is not ready. Vigor
10.6 trillion.
That skill is not ready. Vigor. That skill is not ready. Vigor 7. That skill is not ready. Vigor 7. That skill is not ready. Raw hair. Vigor 72%. Favorite raw hair. Exceptional armor of apprehension. Barrier 3. That skill is not ready. Vigor 100. That skill is not ready. Vigor 100. Vigor 100. That skill is not ready. Vigor 100.
It very rarely comes up
Vigor 100%.
on the dummy one with the
Vigor
trillion.
1. That skill is not ready. Vigor 100%.
Alright.
Barrier 16%. Character. Exceptional armor of apprehension. Sovereign mail of apprehension. Ancestral legendary chest armor. 800 item power. 224 arm. Exceptional armor of apprehension.
Yeah, no,
Ancestral
now
legendary chest
you
armor.
know.
Shroud of false death. Ancestral mythic unique chest armor. 800 item power. Masterwork. 12
I
slash
might
12.
actually
224 armor.
be
Plus 1
better.
to all passives. 1 plus 1.
There's
Plus
a 10.1 trillion on it,
0%. Bigger 3 honor
and
reinforcement.
it barely ever
That skill is not bigger. That skill is not ready.
shows that off on the dummy.
That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready.
11 trillion.
That skill
Play
is
it
not
till it's
ready.
a trillion, then I'll give it a
That
minute
skill
on
is
the
not
other
ready.
one.
Bigger 93%. That skill is not ready. 3 honor reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 93%. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That's raw hair. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger raw hair. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 93%. That skill is not ready. Bigger 72%. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 93. 3 honor reinforcement. Bigger 90.
Just stacked like that so beautifully.
Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger raw hair. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger 90. Raw hair. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 73%. 3 honor reinforcement. Bigger 95%. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100%. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger.
I don't want to show off no more.
That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill 3 honor reinforcement. Bigger 93%. Sovereign Mail of Apprehension. Ans. Loom. Teb. Whispering Elixir of Resourcefulness E5. Magic Elixir. Elixir of Barrier 0. That skill is not ready. Bigger 7. Barrier. Bigger 7. That skill is not ready. Bigger 95. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. 3 honor reinforcement. That skill is
Come
not
on.
ready. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 93%. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 93 honor reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready. Bigger 94%. That skill is not ready. That skill is not ready. Bigger 94. Big 3 honor reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 94%. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90. That skill is not ready.
Fucking hold out.
3%. Exceptional barrier.
Switch it over, fuck it.
Bigger 100. Bigger 100%.
This one might even be a little more powerful, fuck.
Bigger 100%. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100%. Raw hair. Bigger 100%. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100. Bigger 100%. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100%. That skill is not ready. Bigger. That skill is not ready. Bigger raw hair. That skill is not ready. Bigger 100%.
You didn't know, now you know.
Of apprehension. Ancestral barrier.
I guess I can level this one up a little bit.
Raw hair. Kaio Vashad. Bottom action button. Interact. Resistances are capped at a base. Kaio Vashad. Barrier 0%. The training. Select difficulty. World boss spawning soon. Remill. Yes 60. Raw hair. Blacksmith. Blacksmith. Zivuk. Repair. Blacksmith. Zivuk. Master working. Material cost. Master. Next rank. Rank 4 to rank 5. All affixes increase by 5%. Item. Material. Next rank. Rank 8 to rank 9. All affixes increase by 5%. Item. Material. Next rank. Masterwork item, Zyzix Holy Decree.
Plus
Body
5
magic,
maximum
Zyzix 60,
resolve.
249. That skill requires a
Alright, I'll
charge.
give it a little
Please
tickle
select
for a
the raw
second
hair.
there. I think the fucking
The training grounds.
shot of false
button.
depth still might be the better
the
one.
Training grounds. Barrier, 92%. Kaio, boss training dummy. Raw, character, sovereign male of apprehension. Ancestor, favorited barrier, big raw hair. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90, raw hair. Bigger 93, that skill is not ready. Bigger 93%, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Raw hair. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 93, raw hair. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 7, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready.
Oh, she still doesn't want to show it off yet.
Bigger 95%.
Come on, it said fucking 10.1 trillities this went on.
Bigger 95, that skill is not ready.
All of a sudden she doesn't want to do it.
That skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 95, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 95, that skill is not ready. The hell tide has risen in multiple territory. That skill is not ready. Rihanna reinforcement. That skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 93%, that skill is not ready. Bigger 90, that skill is not ready. Bigger 93%. Barrier, raw hair. Bigger 1, that skill is not ready.
Very disruptive of you. Oh, there it is.
That skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger 100, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger, that skill is not ready. Bigger 100%.
Alright.
Exceptional armor of apprehension.
There's still the false depth one.
800 item power. Sovereign exceptional armor of apprehension.
Shroud of false depth. Still looks like it's still got it, yeah.
Exceptional armor of apprehension. Ancestral legendary barrier 25%.